Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is Original or Remake. Now, you may remember this from the Horrorman and myself doing this on our streams. Well, we decided to bring it to you as a segment. We're going to be judging on the same 5 criteria, so sit back, relax, and let the battle begin. Okay, guys, today's battle is between Prom Night from 1980 versus Prom Night from 2008. And I'm going to be going with the unrated cut, even though there's not much difference. There's a little bit more blood, kills are a little bit more extended. So yeah. Okay, our first category is going to be cast, characters, and performances. Now, while I love the original Prom Night with Jamie Lee Curtis and Leslie Nielsen, um, for me, this one's got to go to the remake. It has Jonathan Shea, uh, Brittany Snow, and Idris Alba, and the cast is just great in the remake. And I've always been a big fan of the remake. I actually love both movies. Okay, our second category is going to be setting, atmosphere, and soundtrack. Um, the prom looks awesome. The soundtrack is pretty much what you would expect from a 2008 film. So I like the soundtrack. However, I'm going to have to go with the original on this one. I love the warehouse in the beginning where they play the game. Um, the prom being disco is definitely a time capsule for me, and while I'm not a disco fan, I think there's a unique part about the disco that is interesting. The fact that they couldn't get well-known songs, so they had the guy basically rip off other songs. To me, that's just 80s horror in a nutshell. You do what you have to do to make a film. Um, and it's just full of nostalgia for me. The school scenes are awesome as well. So this one's got to go to the original. All right. Um, our next category is storyline, plot twist, reveal. I've always loved the original where the game is played and one of the kids dies, and there's that whole revenge factor of him picking off the people one by one. However, this one's going to go to the remake. I like the slasher escaping from the nut house and coming after the girl he loves and taking out anyone that's in his way. So that one's going to go to the remake. Okay, question number 4, or category number 4, is going to be pacing and runtime. You have your 1980 prom night, which is 93 minutes, versus the 2008 prom night, which is 90 minutes. I'm going to go with the original on this one. I think the original is paced a lot better. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but now that you can see, because of the Synapse Blu ray, that you can see what's going on, it's just easier to watch and to figure out what's happening at any given moment. The guy who directed this was infamous for doing um, dark cuts of movies. So, yeah, I love the original. And finally, we have category 5, which is going to be our X Factor. Um, that could stand for nudity, kills, gore, nostalgia. For this, nostalgia wins out, and it's going to be the remake for me. I mean, I'm sorry, the original for me. The remake is great. I love the remake. I think they did such a good job with it. They basically do what I love in remakes. They take the source material and they do something a little bit different with it. That way it keeps it fresh and it's not an exact replica of the original. However, um, this was one of the first slasher movies I watched when I was a kid, and I loved it back when you really couldn't see much. So being able to see the movie now on this Blu-ray, it makes me love it even more. It does make a big difference. I've always said that with this Blu-ray, and for me, I just love the original. So this was a close one because I do love both movies. I do like the remake. We did a positive spin on it because I think this movie is incredibly um, hated. I think it's hated for no reason. I think it's a really solid horror film, but it's got to go to the original in a score of 3-2. Tell us what you think, and what film would win your battle in original or remake. Also, don't forget to check out Joe the Horror Man's video for original or remake. Remember, guys, physical media matters. And until next time, peace.